Hello and welcome back. It is 7:31 p.m. here on the eastern coast of Canada, and this is Old Man More Day. Then we are back with Steel Faith, our Stellaris Synthetic Dawn Let's Play. We're doing Iron Man mode, so if I fight the big one, that's game over, man. Game over. So I am playing the glorious Morse Machinian Empire. Imperium, sorry. And we are a race of determined assimilators. There we are. Cute little guys. We are currently expanding. We've met lots of small-time life. We've seen some Tinaki space whales cruising through the universe. But nothing really worthy of our assimilation yet. We're currently trying to get our naval capacity up to full, so we have a nice embodiment of troops, spacefaring vessels that will help us. And we've already colonized our first planet, and we are looking at colonizing more. So we're going to move on, and we're going to keep it going along at fast speed. We might slow down if need be, but I don't want to go too fast. I want people at home to be able to pay attention, see what I'm doing, and whatnot. So one thing that we are trying to do is get a dangerous wildlife tile blocker unlocked. Now, tile blockers, for those that don't know, well, I'll show you right here. These are considered tile blockers. Deep sinkhole, active volcano, and dangerous wildlife. And they block access to the resources on your planets. Now, it's red bordered right now, and what that means is we cannot unblock it. We cannot clear it. We click clear all we want, nothing's happening. It says missing technology, dangerous wildlife removal. So that means one day, sometime in the future, we're going to have a tile blocker pop up here in our technology, and we're going to be able to remove it. You'll see right here we're researching subterranean colonization, and that's going to allow us to remove deep sinkhole tile blocker. So
anomaly found.
We have an anomaly found. TJ88 is home to a number of exquisite impact craters. However, something breaks the visual uniformity in one of their larger craters. Let's go take a look. Camera, we zoom in. And yeah, okay, so what's up with this guy, huh? Alright, 5% risk of failure. We'll research it. We'll send Sofan PO5 to do his job. So he's gonna be researching that. And we can continue on. Now, we've got a construction ship here that has a lot of work that needs to be done. We got 10 beautiful mineral resources sitting here, and we're really producing a lot of energy credits now, so I'm feeling a little more confident that way. So we're just going to have him build those 4, build a mining station on that one, so we get the access to the 4 new resources. What do we got over here? I'm getting a 3 and a 2. Yeah. Might send him over here afterwards. So that's what I'll do. I'm gonna hit my shift button, right click, and I'm gonna have him enter orbit. I'm not gonna build it right yet, because I do want to get some more. Corvettes built. What do we have here? It looks like the research project is done. Fender Bender. While the crater in question was most likely the result of a regular meteorite impact, the complex patterns to the resulting depression originated at a later time. Science officer Sofan PO5 argues that these surface level patterns are not the result of impact but a collision, one between the asteroid TJ88 and some unspecified orbital installation or ship of alien make. How odd. Oh, that's interesting. That's going to add the circuits in the dust modifier to TJ88, and you'll see right there a massive engineering boost. So I'll probably want to, you remember I was kind of tethering here or there on whether I wanted to build a frontier outpost. This right here would look like be a great place for one. It's outside of my border. I don't know if there's any planets there. There doesn't seem to be any habitable worlds. If there's an inhabitable world here, I'll probably take it, but just considering how things go
Construction complete.
For my borders, I think a frontier outpost here will be good until we can expand further down. I don't want to say south, but further lower into the map. Past the
System
heart
survey
of the
complete.
galaxy. So that's a beautiful sector. Nice resources. Really like it. I gotta focus on my Corvettes. I can build 2 more Corvettes. That's good. No upgrades available. Still got my little cyborg guy there hanging out, doing his thing. And yeah, in case we forgot, I am researching machine template system. That's going to allow me to upgrade things. That's always good. So we're going to just keep trucking along there. Hopefully we'll meet some aliens and we can see how much they're going to hate us. That's always exciting. I'm making 23 minerals a turn. That's really good.
Construction complete.
Well, it's adequate, I guess. And I must be building a pop. Yeah, building pops on this planet. That's right. Want to get more energy. Asteroid sighted. Our deep space tracking array on Valhalla Prime has made an alarming discovery. A large asteroid headed towards the planet on a direct collision course. Should it impact the surface, the consequences would be disastrous. The asteroid must be destroyed before it's too late. Understood. Begins the asteroid sighted chain.
Situation log updated.
Oh, there we go. Hostile fleet. Now the good news is, the asteroid's pretty weak. Like, really weak. And my ships are really handy. So, hopefully we'll get there in time. My ships are pulling on. You know, you'll notice we have one
System survey
diamond
complete.
ship, and that's a frigate that we overhauled. We're gonna follow these guys. Watch them save Valhalla Prime from extinction. Looks like we have lots of time. It's a pretty weak-ass asteroid. 0 military power. There it is.
Heretic fleet engaged.
Heretic. That's a heretic asteroid. And you'll see the frigates already started shooting. Now as the corvettes get closer, they're gonna open fire too. With their pew-pew laser beams.
Construction complete.
It doesn't look like my ship's getting bothered at all by these guys. That asteroid is slowly grabbing a little screenshot there to commemorate our first space battle.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
And there we go, asteroid destroyed. The asteroid that was approaching Prime on a collision course has been destroyed. No planet-side units or structures have been affected by the event, as any inbound debris was small enough to disintegrate on atmospheric entry. A scan of the remaining fragments has also revealed that the asteroid consisted largely of valuable minerals. We have collected what we could. That gives us 381 credits. I will happily take that. This is our after-action report. No ships lost. We did a total of 6,005 damage. And we had a nice accuracy hit ratio of 90%. Good job, troops. Good job. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna have these guys go back to the main ship. Now what we have to do is we have some more technology. So this was our power plants being upgraded. I was pretty excited about that. So let's take a look here. We can upgrade our assist research, or we could upgrade our blue lasers. Getting blue lasers, that will allow us to upgrade our ships. And I'm going to go blue lasers. We need to have more weapons. More weapons, dang it. When we encounter those dastardly poor creatures that need to be assimilated. Dastardly? I don't know. This will allow us to, so now what we got, I'm going to pause it just for a minute there. What we have now is we have an opportunity to upgrade all these power plants. And that's really good. I'm very excited with that. I'm going to build a power plant here. And I'm actually going to build a uplink node here, and we're going to build another pop. This is a good time. We got a couple extra resources. We should take advantage of it. I'm not going to upgrade these guys yet. What I am going to do is I'm going to spend the rest of that money on Corvettes. So that's 4 more Corvettes. It's going to take us up to 17 out of 19 of our fleet power. So that's good. That's very good. I'm pretty happy with that. So I don't think we have anything waiting log. Except that it's like telling me that we had some precursor information. One thing I am going to do is something I said I would do, and that is to definitely try to make sure that we're hitting these getting these research stations up and running. It's so easy to overlook them in your rush to get minerals and energy credits, which are super important, but you don't want to fall behind in the technology race, because then what happens is when you meet other races, they're going to grade their standing with you on 3 factors: your technology, your current fleet power, and your maximum fleet capacity. And that's really going to help determine how they interact with you. If they're an aggressive race and you're inferior,
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
inferior in all regards, they're probably going to attack you.
Anomaly found.
Alright, so what we got here is there are signs of activity by an ancient precursor civilization on this asteroid. So yeah, we'll definitely research it. And we need to access our new technology. So that's our sinkhole tile blocker removal. So we got other tile blockers here. So that's great. I'm actually going to... I'm going to have them research uniform data standards, because I want to get higher administration levels on our planets. The better sharing of information. So our scientist, where is he? Oh, he's right over there. So what's going to happen here is he's going to finish researching that, and then we're going to have an event. And that event is going to require...
Construction complete.
Probably require a certain level of scientist to figure out. So what do we have? A small Irasian military listening post, that's the precursors that we're investigating, has been built into a hollowed out portion of this asteroid's interior. It is equipped with an array of powerful sensors that seem to be aimed towards neighboring systems. None of them are functional, and the asteroid appears to have been gone over and looted at least once by another party. Interesting. So then we get this special project, Asteroid Listening Post.
Situation log updated.
So what we do is we can go into our precursor plot, and it says Asteroid Listening Post. It requires a scientist of skill 5 or higher. Now, good ol' 05. He's only a level 4 scientist, so we're gonna just have to let it be for now. Let him continue on researching, gaining experience, and then one day we can come back and put that mystery to bed. And the idea is, once we finish doing that, we'll gain an artifact. And we need 6 artifacts to finish the chain. I think I really want to colonize another planet. Like, really bad.
System survey complete.
I think I'm going to colonize this one. Yeah, I like that idea. We'll put it right there.
Construction complete.
That'll be good. Oh, we have another encounter. Encounter in the Cunis system. We have encountered some form of alien vessels in the Cunis system. These strange objects have been flagged as gamma aliens. Until we learn more about them, we should proceed with caution. I don't see anything. Hostile fleet present. Whoa. They leave already?
Evading heretics.
Alright. Let's take a peek. Oh, there they are. What are you guys? Let's take a good look at them. I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna guess these guys are mining drones. My fleet might be able to take them out. Ooh, planet possibly to colonize. So what we're gonna do is we are going to let them continue escaping. So my science vessels are set on evasive. So if they encounter any hostile activity, they're gonna immediately flee. And because I'm hyperlanes, if I want to continue along my research path, I'm gonna have to go a long way around. And that's fine. That's what I'm gonna do. So,
Construction complete.
I think I'm gonna max out my fleet size. Yeah, I'm gonna go for 19 out of 19. It's gonna need a little bit more money, and then we're gonna send our fleet and try to deal with that menace. Now, one thing I haven't done is I want to investigate the gamma aliens. It's gonna take 7 months, and I should probably investigate them before I engage them.
Construction complete.
Alright. So we got some more physics research being generated there. That's nice. And I definitely want to get down here. I'm going to send this guy down. My construction... No, I got other things I got to do. I got to finish building various institutes around here. So we're going to just enter orbit there. And we'll... look at oh, actually this is a good place rather than this one. We'll put that guy in orbit around that black hole, the Her black hole, and when we have the extra funds, we'll have that turned into an engineering outpost. So I can build that last Corvette, and that'll give me 700 power, a little over. I'm almost probably 800. And with that, I'll be able to go down and we can take care of these pesky gamma aliens. Hopefully. Hopefully. This will be the first time that Pilax Fracavertia is put to the challenge. I'm going to just take a quick look. We'll let it run. But we'll take a look at our leaders.
Construction complete.
So it's interesting. If you cursor over these guys, it'll say immortal, will never die of old age. This guy, on the other hand, by the time he hits 232, then he has to start worrying. So that's just a little tip. If you cursor over your leader's age, you can get an idea of when they're going to die. As grim as that sounds. Alright, so let's send out the troops. We're just got to take a look at our tech. Our blue lasers are still 47 months away, so no sense in waiting. Let's go and take these bad boys apart and talk about assimilating them. So we're gonna zoom in. We're gonna follow the fleet. First machine fleet. I like how all the individual ships look different. Wow, the different classes. A lot of games kind of
anomaly found.
Blow over this sort of thing. Ah, colossal impact crater hints that something big collided with the surface of this planet once. We'll have, yeah, we'll obviously have Soma VO5 research that, and we'll continue. Crossing the hyperlanes until we can go in.
Special project complete.
Encounter those jerks. Ancient mining drones, as I expected. The deep space drones we have encountered appear to be the workers and custodians of an autonomous orbital mining operation. Judging by the state of the processing equipment, these sites were established millennia ago and then soon abandoned by all but the drones themselves. The drones possess powerful mining lasers and make obvious threatening, if not outright hostile, overtures toward us when approached. They may only be old drones, but they should be kept under closer watch. I could establish a listening post, or I could see what they're made of and take them apart. That's
situation log updated.
And so I need to disassemble one drone, and I complete this quest. So let's go see if we can disassemble a drone. The first military, led by our cyborg, is heading out. Warp impact. A massive crater on Maval 3 appears to be the result of a collision with a starship from the size of the crater. We suspect that a ship traveling at full warp rammed the planet for reasons unknown roughly 10,000 years ago. The Ink Demi has picked up residual subspace echoes near the crash site reminiscent of a collapsed warp field. But as the ship itself disintegrated on impact, the theory cannot be verified. Remarkable. And we get some physics research. That's nice. My Dark Wanderer. So we're moving our guys in. I don't see any don't see anything strange on scanners. Alright, so this is the last jump before we go into battle. I'm going to be watching this fight very carefully. Alright, here we go. Mining drones and a mining station. Yikes. So we're going to keep an eye on this. And if things get bad, we are going to pull the plug on this. Woohoo!
System survey complete.
Yeah, this is looking pretty rough. Okay, we seem to be getting it under control. Losing some ships though, for sure. I think my frigate's probably making a difference. Alright, I think we got this. But at what cost? Mining drone disassembly. We have destroyed a mining drone in a heated battle. As luck would have it, the energy cells are by far the sturdiest component used in their construction, and some were recovered. The technology behind these cells is beyond us at present, but initial tests show that we are quite capable of converting their output into energy credits. As the final energy cell bled out, we noticed a dip in the background radiation through the units handling the test. It would appear that the drones are not silent, but have been sporadically broadcasting on unusual frequencies since we first encountered them, possibly ever since they were first deployed. It is unlikely that there is anyone left to receive these transmissions. At any rate, the drones could prove to be a potent but limited source of energy, should we be able to find and disable them efficiently enough. Very well. Give access to drone bounty. Alright, finish this fight up. Now, drone bounty basically means once it's an edict, and if I activate it, it costs me influence points to do that per turn. But once I activate it, it's going to allow me to get energy credits every time I kill a drone, which is nice. Alright, so long. Alright, so we're going to send these back. So I can hit the repair fleet button, and that's going to send him way back. We're going to take a look at this. We only lost 2 corvettes in that, actually. Now you're going to notice right here, we have a little exclamation mark. And that means we have technology we can backwards convert. So I'm going to hit Control and Shift, and I'm going to send my science ship over here to make this a priority research project. And then my science ship will continue on what it was doing.
Construction complete.
Alright. So we got some actual more habitable worlds here, so that's good. Being robots, we can pretty much inhabit anything we want. So, yeah. Not going to complain about that. Alright, so we're, at this point, I think we're going to save up some money, fix those last 2 ships that went awry. Actually, we're going to put a focus on getting another colony. I want to colonize this arid world right here. It's a nice arid world. It's good size. And it'll definitely allow us to expand our borders here. And we will consider putting a frontier station there as well. We have limited influence right now, but we're going to need to deal with that. Okay, so my ships are currently en route to be repaired. That's good. Thanks. Let's take a look here. I don't need a Corvette assembly yard. And let's see what kind of sweet, delicious technology we're getting out of the Cunis system. Cunis.
Debris analyzed.
Alright, so we have mining driven laser, nanocomposite materials, fusion power, and some generic physics and engineering research. So that's good. And what that means is those technologies are going to become available. The ones that I partially researched, they're going to become available for me to research now. So we've got a head start on unlocking those mysteries. And this shows my ship being repaired. That's good. The fleet has been fully repaired. Alright, so we're going to take a look at what is it going to cost to colonize this planet. We definitely have the influence, base influence cost. But it's going to cost us another 92 gold, so you're looking at about another 4 turns. Alright. So this planet actually has a problem. It's got, it's bleak. Now, the minus 5% habitability and minus 10% food would bother most organic races. Organics are inferior compared to the glory that is our grand electronic inquisition. You'll notice that we are warbots with the driven assembler. New traditions available. Okay, so we were going down the supremacy path, and the only one we can take right now is electronic warfare, and that's going to increase our army damage. Now the difference between RV and Navy obviously is our Navy is our spacefaring ships, and our Army are ground troops. Now I know there's a tendency in Stellaris to ignore ground troops, but I love ground troops. Once I have the resources available to me, I'm going to make sure I have a defensive army maxed out on every single one of my worlds, and I will engineer my soldiers, my citizens to be the best defenders as possible. Proper defenses on a planet, you can resist even fallen empires knocking at your door. And I think it's an overlooked strategy, especially I tend to like to turtle in these games. Build tall, expand slow. We're gonna just see how this goes. We still haven't encountered another civilization, so that's a big question. Oh, and now I have enough money, so yeah, I definitely want to expand my borders, and we're going to colonize it. Alright, so the question is, where do we want to put it? I like this as a spot, because once I get those tile blockers out, we're going to have 4 sections, all with decent resources that I can harvest. Villith Prime. Alright, begin the colonization efforts. Send out the assembly drones. We still have some money left over. Once this month passes, we can put this engineering research station up, which is something I wanted to do. So we'll build that right now. Alright.
System survey complete.
Question is, no, my scientist is still not high on enough level. But what I will do is I'm going to redirect his orders. We're going to survey those places because they have habitable worlds on them. I definitely want to know about them as quickly as possible. So we're going to send them around the long way. And yeah, we'll let them go down that course and see how that takes them. Whoa! We just had something pop into range, something hostile. 100k ship, hostile entities, big old question mark. They do not look friendly. I can tell that because they're red and aggressive. Not popping up on my map. But considering the size of my fleet right now, they're going to be a problem. So I might want to look at getting some more, getting a bigger naval capacity. So one of my first big decisions is coming up right around the corner, and that is going to be in 60 months. I'm going to have enough to get my diplomatic target and prioritization, which will allow me to, well, that's What that is not important, but what collecting that final tradition in this tree will give me access to an ascension perk. I'm going to have to decide what I'm going to take. So we'll look at those when it comes up. We've encountered some form of alien, these guys, and we're calling them the Delta aliens, and I'm going to research them. It's going to put a hold to my sociology society projects, but definitely causing problems for me.
Construction complete.
They've disrupted my scientific progress, my exploration. So what I want to do now, we're building our research ship. So I got two priorities that I want to do. I want to construct a spaceport here. That's going to cost 300 minerals. But
Anomaly found.
I also want to upgrade my power stations on my homeworld. So we have an anomaly. 0% risk failure. It's hard to imagine life on Tarak 2. Its surface is an endless sea of silicate particles, and yet we'll research. Good luck. Definitely had some amoebas. Yeah, I think those are just space amoebas. Alright. So, in preparation for this stream, I did watch some Star Trek Voyager. Take it for what you will. Lots of Borg activity there. Very exciting. Alright. Drifting sands. Scurrying through the sands of Tarak 2, a particular set of life forms exhibit many traits believed to be beneficial to the evolution of greater mental faculties, and eventually sapience. While the species development appears to have been plateaued some millennia ago, we might be able to provide a technological impetus for evolution. Something to keep in mind for the future. Take a look. Look at them. We got some pre-sapients. Little bird people running around. Sounds like someone wants to be assimilated. Alright, that's a nice big desert world too. So you know what? We're actually going to send the colony ship over there. Change of plans. So, when the colony ship... so let's see if I can cancel it with the Empire Builder. Expansion Planner. I'm going to let it finish building, because I don't want to lose any progress. But once that hits 100% and the colony ship is deployed,
construction complete.
We're going to cancel it. Cancel the planned colony, and we're going to redeploy right here. All right. So we're going to send that out.
System survey complete.
And that's going to be right in the mass of all these planets. So that's actually a nice place for a new colony. Right. As expected, my energy credits have taken a
special project complete.
All right. The entities encountered by our fleet some time ago are new spaceborne life forms. While significantly larger than Mars Machinian Corvette, these space amoeba herds are minuscule next to our full corpus. Issue special project for remote study, or we expect our fleet to make short work of them. Begin the space amoeba event chain. We expect our fleets to make short work
situation log updated.
So to complete this quest, we're going to have to kill one space amoeba. But right now, we are not in a position to do that. Alright. So, we've got our colony ship on the way. And our naval capacity has been increased to 20. So I'm going to take the time right now to upgrade some of these power plants. We're going to upgrade this one. We're going to upgrade this one. And that's all I have the money for right now. How much does it cost to upgrade? Looks like it's costing 90 or so. That's fine. Now, hopefully, these dang amoebas aren't gonna kill my colony ship. That would be a pain in the butt. Okay, they're moving off. Good, good, good. We can get our scientists down there again sometime. Alright. So we're going to check our tech in development. 1 month later, 1 month remains on our
We are
development.
spreading our faith to a new world.
1 month, 7 months now. Now that's an interesting thing. The more colonies you have, the longer it takes you to research things. Now there's a lot of people disagree with that. I'm sure there's a well-argued reason why Stellaris does their technology distribution that way. It's probably a balance thing, to be honest. Makes less sense, but I'm sure there's a decent argument to be made that fits into the theme of the game. Alright, so we've got more of these guys. I think we're going to take a look at the other planet, Valhoot. And let's see. I actually want to... We're going to save up and build that spaceport. It's only going to cost 300, so it'll be done in 4 months. The blue lasers will be done in another 2, and
System survey complete.
we will have our uniform data standards, so that's good. Good tech development, but of course we are still several years off getting our machine template system up and running. I may come to regret researching that so fast,
The
but
spirits have granted us new wisdom.
I definitely wanted to have our technology up and running. So here we go. We got some more tech. Go. We're gonna upgrade our blue lasers here in a second on our main fleet. We're going to research. We're going to research planet fortification toughness. It's going to increase our planet fortification by 20%, but it's also going to give us deflectors, and those are going to be good for our ships. And the deflectors will be ready in about 3
Construction
years.
complete.
Alright. So I must have finished upgrading. And we are just a couple of days away from having enough to build our first spaceport inside of our home system. There we go. Laser defense modules, and we'll start building. So building the spaceports give us access to more resources. So as you can see over here, you can add modules to your spaceport, but also it's going to allow us to build ships out of here. It's going to allow fleets to dock and restock their repair, and it should also
System survey complete.
increase our fleet capacity, and that's one thing I want to keep driving up further and further and further. So Derek Prime is progressing nicely. With a little luck, these borders will connect. Ooh, is that the... Oh, we have more mining drones. Look at them. Might have to deal with them later. Leviathans, the expansion Leviathans, the story pack that the Paradox guys put out for Stellaris. It added some very interesting things. The mining drones and the space amoebas, they were kind of random fluff at the beginning of the Stellaris, at Stellaris' launch, but now they've turned into, depending on your game, they can turn into major threats. Like you can find entire chunks of systems protected and controlled by pirates, with a giant pirate dreadnought style station
System
ruling
survey
over everything.
complete.
Alright, so our science, the Demi, has finished, and we can see this place is now clear of bad guys. So we're going to send the Demi over here to finally get a better look at the Savannah world in there. And after that, we'll have the Demi search over in Matar, And from there, we'll go to Pa? And then back to the Cunis system, which we never actually finished. Alright. Alright, I think our borders are going to connect just fine there. So we have some constructing to do. Definitely. I want to increase, I want to increase our bloody energy production. So that's going to take, costing 81 per upgrade.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Got a new technology. That's good. Alright, so this one I'm immediately interested in. That's plus 20% border range, and I love increased border range. This is positronic CPUs. This is going to increase
System survey complete.
our leader capacity, our leader pool size, and less impressive for our machinery's extra influence from factions. What are service umbilicals? Oh, it decreases ships upkeep. So we're gonna research galactic ambitions. It's gonna take us a little while, but I think it'll be worth the 20% border increase. Because that's one thing later on in the game when your borders are rubbing up against other players, other characters, other species. Border flipping becomes an aggressive strategy, and even if you're allied with them, you can start like slowly chewing away their borders with frontier stations and like tricks like that. But of course, that's going to make many people angry. You just got to be very careful about it if you're playing pacifist. I normally play pacifist, so playing such an aggressive species as
Anomaly
this
found.
is going to be a little odd for me, but we'll see. We are receiving a weak signal from the surface of this planet. The source appears to be some kind of tracking beacon. That's in the Matar 1 on the Matar system. So we're going to research that, obviously. Still waiting to get enough experience that we can go back and take a look at that ancient artifact that we want. Tons of money coming in, which is good. Very good. Alright. So, the question is, do we want to just start building more stations? I want to finish upgrading these. Oh, I'll upgrade one, but I have a bunch of ships that need upgrade. Ooh, ancient survey marker. A small short-range transmitter has been located on the surface of Matar 1. It appears to be an ancient survey marker placed here eons ago to mark a deposit of precious metals. The miners it was meant for evidently never arrived, as the deposit is still here. Fascinating. And that increases the mineral output of this area, so that's nice. But we need to take a look at our first machine fleet, because they need upgraded. Fortunately, it's only going to cost 75 minerals. We do have that, but we want to upgrade them. So their current power is 645. Upgrading, I'm letting the computer handle the upgrades. And sometimes that means their firepower is actually going to decrease. But not in this case. So, we are still colonizing Terrac Prime. I'm looking forward to seeing about assimilating these guys. So I don't know if you can actually assimilate pre-sapients, but by golly, we're going to try to find out. It's too bad we haven't found any primitive worlds yet. I mean, pre-sentient and primitive are slightly different. Pre-sentient means these guys are just basically mindless animals. And that's what we have on this planet that we're going to be settling soon. But the other one, the primitives, they actually have technology, and they're actually capable, if left to their own devices, of gaining space travel later on in the game. And I plan on just landing with my aggressive armies off of Decronia and assimilating any of them that I find. But that's the key, right? We have to find them first. So, ooh, that was whistly. Sorry about that. We are going to...
Anomaly found.
Oh, guess we're going to research this anomaly. We are receiving a weak signal from the surface of this moon. The source appears to be some kind of tracking beacon. And when we just do that, probably going to be more minerals. So I guess that'll be nice when we expand our border. So we're going to build some more corvettes. And by more, I mean one for now. And because I want to definitely get my ship fleet up to at least 25 out of 26. By the time we hit 25, I'm going to start considering putting a push on getting my next upgrade of ships. And that's the destroyer class. So I want to keep a nice even balance of the various destroyers, the various ship types. Yes, so this is the exact same one we had before. So it's an ancient survey marker. So Matar actually is quite resource rich. Whoa, what do we got here? Who are you? A mining station. Huh.
Construction complete.
Well, that's interesting. I think we're gonna have to send our fleet over to take that apart. I didn't even see that there. So we're gonna send our machine fleet over. Get our cyborg to earn his pay.
Construction complete.
Silly cockroach. So when they engage with the enemy, I'll get a notification. They don't look too tough, but wow, Matar's got a lot of resources. You know what? No, you're going too close. We're gonna hold off finishing the exploration of this place until our army clears it out. Our navy clears it out, I mean. Now, I know a lot of people don't like hyperlanes, especially if you're playing a game where any FTL method is allowed. But I like hyperlanes. I don't know if it's just the feel of them I enjoy, or like the narrative behind them, or if it's actually I find them quicker. I find them much faster. Wormholes are obviously, in my mind, the fastest, but wormholes, you have to build wormhole stations all over the place, and they can be destroyed by enemies. And if you are having a run of bad luck, you could find yourself completely cut off. Alright, so we've got Pellic is sending his bring his fleet, and we're gonna tear this little station apart. Don't want it there. It's a weak station, but I don't know what it's even doing here. It's obviously a mining station.
Heretic station engaged.
Alright, here we go. I like the sound of that frigate. Alright, they're returning fire. Looks like we got this in the bag. Like, not even a problem. Alright. That's cleared out. So, we'll, send you back to the home base there, buddy. Good job. And we'll make sure, yeah, our fleet is set to, return. Our science ship is set to return there and finish the exploration of Matar, which is probably one of the most resource-rich, places I have, and
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
wouldn't you know it, it's actually in our borders now because we've been colonizing Tarak. So we're going to get a construction ship down here pronto, because these are excellent resources. We get a +4-1 here. We get a +4-1 right over here. Alright, so our deflectors are up and running, so that's good. So we can continue increasing our planet fortifications and get improved deflectors. What else do we have here? Mining drone lasers, really nice. Energy fusion power. Fusion power. That's going to give us a better reactor size, which is going to let us equip better items on our ships. So we're actually going to research the fusion power, and that's going to take us 2 years approximately to finish. So we are 21 months away to finishing the first ascendancy path. We're going to take a look what perk we're
Anomaly
going to take up.
found.
Alright, there are signs of activity by an ancient precursor civilization around this habitable world. Alright. We'll take a look. Ooh. Has hostile fauna. Definitely looks inhabitable. Hey, Xenopets! Alien pets can do various things for the various different people. Alright, quarantined world. Poa 3 was once a large Eurasian colony, showing signs of both industrial development and terraforming. As on other Assyrian worlds, the fossilized remains tell a harrowing tale. The population rapidly succumbed to the Javorxian pox, and there it appears to have been widespread panic in all the planet's major settlements. There is also an unusually large amount of debris in orbit, possibly the remnants of a battle. Fascinating. Issue special project, orbital
Situation
blockade.
log updated.
So we'll pause it. We'll take a look at our situation log. Orbital blockade also requires a scientist level 5 or higher, so keep on trucking, buddy. Keep on trucking.
Anomaly found.
An abandoned ship has been left to drift aimlessly above this moon. Massive sails protruding from its hull suggest that it relied on solar power to function. We'll research that for sure. But we're going to take a look at our ship, our fleet. It's time to upgrade them again. Whew. It's going to cost 176. But we're going to do it. Got to keep that fleet in the best shape possible.
Our ships have been improved.
And that's gonna that's gonna make sure they all have better ships. That was the deflector improvement right there. Our construction ships are still flying into range. The Solar Sailor. We have discovered on the on an abandoned solar shell ship in orbit around Poa 3A, pardon me, the sublight vessel was built by an unknown culture and appears to be several thousand years old. One of the massive sails has a large tear where some kind of object passed through it, most likely a meteoroid, which appears to have disabled the vessel. Although the technology of the ship is severely outdated, it does possess some interesting engineering design choices. An interesting, albeit primitive design. Alright. So, we've got our construction ship finishing up these builds, or starting them finally. Tarok Prime is almost colonized, and we have our spaceport built here finally. And when I get that little tiny bit extra money I need, I'm going to build my solar panel network here. And that's just going to give us a little boost to our solar panels at the expense of a one-time payment of minerals. I'm going to be really curious to see what happens with the these pre-sapiens. Are we just going to leave them alone? Are we going to assimilate them? I just don't know. It's pretty... We'll take a look at if they're listed in the species. They are set rights. I can't set rights, but I will be able to uplift them at some point. So that's interesting. So we'll just keep a careful eye on
Anomaly found.
things. Oh, we have an anomaly. Looks like another signs of activity by an ancient precursor civilization on this inhospitable rock. Close it out. Alright. Lots of stuff happening in the Hawaii system. I'm going to pronounce that like different every single time. Alright, let's see here. Just checking on all these guys. So, this is a power plant. It could be upgraded. That's fine. Upgraded. What we need is more ships. Eurasian mining base. And series of deep boreholes on the surface of What's that? 7 are all that remain of the Eurasian mining operation that was active on this world some 1.2 million years ago. The Demi has conducted a thorough surface scan, but we have yet to find the remains of any actual mining facilities. Peculiar.
Situation log updated.
So that's getting us another situation log update, and this one only requires a scientist of skill 3 or higher, which we have. So we're going to do the control shift option and prioritize this research project. It's going to get us, with luck, I don't think there's a way to mess it up, I haven't encountered one, but this is Stellaris, anything's possible. We will have our first artifact. And after that, no, we'll be good for now. Our ships are, that ship is all updated. This is building
Construction
second,
complete.
the second mining station, so our minerals are going to be going up. And let's take a look. Really liking that border spread there. That's nice. Yeah, I want more ships. Build them one Corvette at a time, I guess.
Complete.
So that's the other mining station. So we're almost up to 30 credits a turn, so that's nice. Might as well, once this month's finished, we're gonna have him build the 3 station there. Alright. And that'll put us up over the
construction complete.
30 a month income, so that's nice. And I'm gonna actually have my construction ship go upgrade after this. So we'll just add that upgrade to the queue. My science ship also needs to upgrade. And we'll actually.
Special project complete.
Alright, archaeological project completed. After investigating the boreholes on Poa 7, our archaeologists found fossilized remains of over 100 Arsarian miners at the bottom of one of them. They appear to be more victims of the Javorian pox that brought about the fall of the Sarian Concordat. In a futile attempt to keep the disease from spreading, their comrades dumped the bodies down one of the boreholes before the planet was evacuated. An interesting find. +1 artifacts and 62 engineering research. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually interrupt his scientific exploration and order him home for immediate upgrade of his systems, and then he'll come back and finish exploring.
The faithful have claimed a new world.
Finish exploring the system. So that sounds like Tarak Prime is finished colonizing. Interesting. Purge. I could purge them. Do I want to? Can't set rights to them. Alright, so, it's not like anyone's gonna get mad if I purge them. Purge all on planets. So these beings are being systematically killed off,
complete.
And that's fine. They shouldn't have been on my world. Alright, so we're gonna save up some more money, and we're gonna continue our shipbuilding efforts. We've got 19 out of 26 right now. Like I said, I want to get it to 25 at the very least. I feel that's a nice safe number. Now, I was pretty sure that Corvette assembly yards used to provide a discount on the cost of building them. Doesn't seem that's the case anymore. So we're going to build another one. That'll bring us up to 20. Alrighty. 1 month. Okay, here we go. So, this allows us to pick our final ascension perk. And as I said, it didn't matter, but what diplomatic target prioritization does, it allows us to get an increased amount of unity, and that's the stuff that allows you to build pie traditions for every rival that we have, every neighboring rival we have. We currently don't have any rivals. So I've finished my supremacy tree, 5 out of 5, but we don't immediately begin a new one. At 128, we'll be able to start a new one, 128 months. But what we do get is an ascension perk. So we click on this, and it'll bring up a menu. So what we have, interstellar domain, that's a plus 25% increase to my border range. Technological ascendancy, that's going to give me a 10% boost to my current research projects, which is actually sizable. Mastery of nature, which they've nerfed in the update, it allows us to clear basically it allows us the ability to clear most tile blockers, and unblocking them is 50% reduced. I'm really looking at that one right now. Imperial Prerogative gives us plus 5 core sectors that can be directly under our control. That's something maybe for later. And Shared Destiny. This is if we're integrating people, it costs less influence. I don't think I'm going to be integrating people, I'm going to be assimilating people. And these are all the different ones that are still locked up, including Synthetic Age and Machine Worlds, which I'm very interested in. Machine Worlds, I'm going to need Climate Transformation and 2 other Ascension perks. And Synthetic Age, I'm going to Machine Template System. That's what I want. So I'm actually researching Machine Template System. And once I have 2 other perks, I can get this. The Age of Organics has come and gone. The future of the galaxy belongs to machines. This is the dawn of the Synthetic Age. And that gives me extra modification points to play around and customize my species with. So yeah, I'm definitely going that way. So Synthetic Age and Machine Worlds. These are my goals. To heck with everything else. But to begin with, we're going to take Mastery of Nature. So Mastery of Nature, I'm not currently researching anything, any tile blockers. It does mean that I kind of wasted research, but whatever. So now, with luck, you'll see that all of these are yellow bordered now. That is fantastic, which means we can go over here and at a much reduced price, it used to be 100 per, now it's 50 per. We can start removing this, and this is all I really wanted. Access to that sweet, delicious purple stone. So, with that,
construction complete.
I think we've got our first Ascension perk. We've colonized 3 planets now. We're well on our way to reaching our production goals for our fleet. We've got some upgrading to do, and we need to definitely build some more robotic populations. Those are things we're going to work on next time. And we've got a wide, just a vast amount of research stations that are just begging to be built. Might have to build another little construction ship. So until next time, thanks for tuning in. Hit that like, subscribe, and hit the notifications buttons. And if you have any questions about Stellaris or suggestions on how I can improve my playstyle, by all means, leave them in the comments below. And we'll talk to all you guys later. Thanks a lot. Bye.